You know what it is, the one and only Maybaxh Hot.
Yes, sir.
In the building, man. What's good with you, bro?
How you feeling? I'm good. All is well.
I never had a chance to get up with you after your last professional fight, man. Televised at that. First of all, let's get to the experience. The experience is just stepping on the stage like that for the first time.
It's different from fighting at Cosmo. You know what I mean? It's a great experience. You know, I'm grateful for all the opportunities. You know what I mean? Like I said, again, it's definitely a great lesson, a great experience, and it's nothing like I would be greatly happy to go do that again.
You walked in there 8 professional fights.
Yeah.
So standing in the corner was different though. Yeah. What was going through your mind, man? You standing under the bright lights and everything in such a big arena.
Be honest with you, I don't get caught in that stuff. It was just more like me. I was just like blocked. I didn't hear nothing. It's just like, you ever played that boxing game on PlayStation where you about to get knocked down and just you don't hardly hear that. So that's how it was for me. It was just like tunnel vision. But coming out the tunnel was like, damn, like I was almost like a little Daryl face, like damn.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, it's definitely, man, it was an experience for sure.
That's what I wanted to hear, man, because I never had that walk. But you had the opportunity to have that walk, bro.
Yeah.
You know, in your hometown, in such a big arena, State Farm, man. I know it was a different type of energy running through your body.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you went through the first 2 rounds, you landed some great shots, man. Yeah. It seemed like you was getting into the rhythm.
Yeah.
How was that going for you? What did you see early?
I thought I thought I could get there with my right hand. I thought that he took my right hand a lot better than I thought he would. So I wanted to get there and touch both sides, but what I didn't take into accountability, like we talked about in a couple of interviews before, you was asking me about the experience, and I thought that he wasn't going to be doing anything that I thought would be different or anything other than anybody else that I fought, but he definitely had a ton of experience and way more experience than a lot of other fighters that I fought. So it was like, at times when I did get close, he knew how to pop shots, make me reset my feet. He knew how to, when I did get close and I got in position to land good shots, he knew how to tie me up and stuff like that. So it was definitely an experience, man. It was definitely an experience. It was one of those nights where I can admit he kind of took me to school.
Yeah, what I was seeing with him, he was staying busy. Sometimes you might have thought when he was going to stoppage punch count, he kept it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the earlier rounds, I think he was filling out the process, and when you landed your hard shots, that's when he was like, okay.
He would get kind of shaky, like yeah.
So I guess he felt like he had to put the pressure and keep it there with his punch volume.
Yeah, because I think it was one of them things, he kept his punch volume up, and then when I get close, he would tie me up and make me reset. He was a little longer than I was, so he could reach from a distance that I couldn't reach. So when I did get there, he had the experience where he could tie me up and not let me get off my shots or not let me get the points. And then it was times where we get in the fight, he would lean on me. Like later in the fight, he began to lean on me and tie me up on the ropes and stuff like that. So again, I say, I felt like I was the faster fighter, I was the stronger fighter. So he was just the fighter with more experience. So it was definitely a lesson for me.
Yeah, that was an 8-rounder for you, right?
Yeah, no, actually it was a 6.
A 6-rounder. Yeah. So, getting to the 5th and 6th round, man, what was going through your mind? Did you feel like, how close did you feel the fight was? Did you feel like you had to make a...
I felt like he threw more punches, but I felt like I landed the cleaner shots. The cleaner shots, the more effective shots. Coming into the 5th and 6th round, I felt like I either needed to get a knockout or just needed to simply just let my hands go. I was just letting my hands go. I didn't care if it hit him or the referee, but I was just letting my hands go. I had to let my hands go.
Speaking of that, Maybaxh Hot, you said something backstage about letting your hands go. And the afterthought is always that way.
Yeah,
you process everything after the fact, and you say, okay, I get back in the gym, I go in there and do it. So I believe it was a learning experience for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely a learning experience. Because me, I'm one of those fighters, I like to pick my shots, kind of like a Canelo-ish, but I don't run as many counters off of, I don't run as many combinations off of counters as Canelo does, but I feel like I pick my shots and I place my shots well, but it's just one of those instances where, when you step up the level of competition and you're stepping into that realm of better fighters, the old stuff that I wasn't doing wasn't enough. So like me and you talked before off camera when I told you enough wasn't enough, I needed to do more. So I just felt like had I threw 15 to 20 more punches, I would have won that fight. So it was definitely a learning experience, and I know what I need to go back to the drawing board. I know where I am weak at, and he just exploited my weakness in my fight game, man. He wasn't the better fighter that night. He had a better fight strategy than I did.
Great analytics, man. It's good to hear the fighters get their take on their performances. Speaking of that, salute to you for giving me that drop with Terrence Crawford sparring.
Yeah.
So therefore, you know what's going down this weekend. You have the chance to see Terrence come down here and spar several people.
Yeah.
What's your take on Terrence Crawford, Shawn Porter?
I feel like I feel like Terrence Crawford got the skills, but it's just that I haven't seen Terrence Crawford be tested the way Shawn is gonna test him. I feel like Shawn is coming from bell to bell, all 12 rounds, and I just don't feel like Terrence Crawford has the power to keep him off his ass for 12 rounds. I think he got the quickness, but he gonna have to pull some shit out of his ass to get that boy off his ass for 12 rounds.
And speaking of the way Shawn Porter fights, it's so much footage out here of him fighting the same way all the time. You don't think Team Crawford can exploit that, film study, training?
It's easy to exploit that for 4 to 6 rounds, but when we get to 12 rounds of just constant pressure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, it's like shit, when you start getting tired, it's hard to even hold your hands up, let's alone think straight, you know what I mean? So I'm interested to see, a lot of people say that, Shawn Porter fights one way, but he went into the same fight with Errol Spence, and Errol Spence had the power to keep him off his ass, and he still couldn't keep him off his ass.
Okay.
So it's just like, you know how he gonna come in, but it's like, you gotta stop it. Like the Tampa Bay Bucks back in the day when they had Mike Allstott, they get the goal line, it's 4th and 1. Mike Allstott getting the ball, you gotta line it up and you gotta stop it. So I want to see. I'm interested to see what Terrence Crawford gonna do.
So your prediction is you think Porter takes it?
I think Porter gonna edge this fight out.
Okay, my prediction, I believe Terrence Crawford will get the decision, or and through adversity, I think he has the possibility, if he's smart with that counter ability that Terrence Crawford has, switch hitting, he might drop Porter, just like Errol Spence did.
But the thing about Porter, he one of those people. Shawn Porter is a fighter that can get dropped and come back and win a round, get up and win a round. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? Errol Spence dropped him, and you can see it in slow motion. His jaw shaking. He got up and told Errol Spence, "Let's go."
Let's go,
That and damn that won the round when he got up. So it's like, when Adrian Broner dropped him, he got up and won the round. So it's just if he's one of the fighters that I would, I don't want to take that fight. I would tell him I'm not taking that fight. He's just one of those people that you just don't want to deal with.
Well, I appreciate the analytics, the feedback, man, on the fight prediction and everything. And also getting back with me on your post-fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So do the fans, do you have a date on when you're going to return to the ring or what?
We're looking at February. We don't have an exact date, but we're looking at February. Yeah, the comeback going to be real.
That's what's up, man. Any final words to your fans out there?
Man, I thank everybody for their support and for following. We're going to keep going up. We're going to keep winning. This don't stop, you know what I'm saying? We don't got lessons. We ain't taking no losses. We're going to keep going up.
There it is, Maybaxh Hot in the building. ATL, you know what it is. I'm out.